I am matched with Brent, but I also have to maintain that achievement. The match against Everton is a perfect opportunity to showcase my skills. The assembly couldn't be better to start creating again. The sublimation series for the Red Devil is right on track. It has been said that we will continue to show the spirit that puts us ahead of Mercedes' rival. Especially in the first half, we had more than 20 shots and tossed to the opponent's net, which helped the team immensely. The shadow of Strion Radio doesn't get any darker. It's the combination of lack of color and sharpness in the finish with a team striker at home, and the ecstasy of Jordan beatbox. I'm really not sure what day it is to reflect. My position has been upgraded to Maud's level. Despite the discomfort, the 2 goals of Scorpater are our first orientations. We are determined to succeed in the 2023 Premier League season and be one of the people who showed up. On the scoreboard, it should be Anthony, and the Free GOP party will definitely get the middle score. I apologize for my lack of concentration when I was assigned a winger in Brazil, and Bruno's passes while playing deeper than usual are truly something extremely dangerous. This is a win that the bright midfielder is not too strange to. He created this but is rarely in Korea, as creative as the first half of the match against Everton that helped Anthony have 3 phases in a row facing the goal. But either losing speed or suffering, he was unable to prevent or be prevented. Anthony still had no scoring, and the situation became even more funny, even when Goblin Saka created it. Farber missed the goal of the year, but it's just some condiments added to help you relax a little for last Saturday night. With the Dam unable to stop the shot of this Mark Human, people even believe that maybe he plays in attack better than the sublimation midfield. In the colours of the Scotland team, he now takes a decisive shot and nets Everton. It's really something evocative about work. How can we help this player shine more, though? However, there are also some situations where Cordon's behaviour is said to have gone a bit too far and deserves a penalty for kicking on the player of our team. The referee handled the ball lightly, but it should not be repeated again next time. Man United's second win was simply due to situations where we took advantage of the opponent's mistakes, and the fact that Malaysia got the table. Winning is very necessary, given the striker problem we are facing now. Only Malaysia can frequently take the place of Wargat, and the Red Devil ends a sunny afternoon. I really want the victory to be light enough to continue holding on to our goals. But this ripple definitely doesn't cause us to be too happy. This is the image of rappers to practice, and even every Man fan almost saw Lame Osaka robbed of this moment. Our joy goes without saying. How playing on the pitch affects the club is still about the money guy. This religion does not show comfort. Over 78 minutes, after the pass for Malaysia to score, Rad Poop stepped out off the field because of a groin injury. When you see the person who scored 27 goals and the main assist after 46 matches for Manchester United in such a situation, you are even angrier. Erik ten Hag was angry with the Dutch teacher and was annoyed at the following press conference. The match, when we wanted the Premier League to consider rescheduling, when leaving Man United just kicked in the middle and fell back to play. It was a sunny midday in the earliest match in the English Premier League, and we had to wait for Race's situation. Everything seems to not be so good again due to the schedule. Why did the organizers rank them? I was late on Sunday and added another midweek match, then kicked early on Saturday. There's no way we have to compete in a battle within 6 days, so we must protect our players. Everyone wants the best players to come out. Now on the field, everyone wants to see great and entertaining football, like what we showed today. Then I still need my best players to be well and strong. You risk the player cannot make such a fast recovery. All science and research both tell you that the player needs a certain amount of time to restore. The fans only have one way to wait for the results of the tomography of Race and hope. But without him, will they be disappointed just because of missing the main goal and feeling? To see the strongest lineup of Man United playing in the time, it's been really hard to ignore the mark lately. That ripple, let's talk about positive things a little more. Do you remember Posco used to say that Anthony was like a one-trick horse? It does not mean to say that this striker has a trick that can be used forever and is easy to be caught. In fact, it's not wrong, and who doesn't see how weak Anthony's right leg is? But today, it was Vasco who praised him. Block the performance of human players. Brazil agrees that he missed many opportunities, but Anthony also showed the ability to take his good chance. Pasco said, "This is the best game I've ever seen Anthony play for Manchester United. I used to think he was an Uncle One-Trick horse, but today I learned how he can actually get past the opponent's defender, even made it a few more times." Anthony scored 7 goals in 33 appearances for the Curtain. Today, all these players always show determination every time they play. But just like you've seen, if we talk about broadcasting, then we must wait until the season. Then let us do that. When it comes to developments, you also remember another character in the story. Hey, it's Jace. If we say Chow, yes, he played well or not, this match he played well with good handling and sober transmission to help Man United solve countless problems. According to both glue balls from the middle of the field to power, even more fans that if Tet is now also wary of the word Sancho. Every time he plays well, they are afraid that the man will also go there. Actually prove it, and it's Sancho. I still can't change my play style in Dortmund and made him vulnerable. No, he even teases. He is also blocked, and every beat holds the ball has become more predictable than the blind eye. The audience watching this is probably the problem or not, I don't know, but the central must try to stay in shape. Good in this match and the next game, good later. At least to gain momentum but still develop somewhat. Developed expectations when he brought about extra situation miss Aaron Wanby. Saka still plays really well, and Terra Malaysia is also somewhat two-winged. With the same screen, everyone can rest assured in this stage, even when comparing in problem. However, the new midfield is the most commendable person. They charge the battery for hours on end and continue to show their hard work. When Bruno Fernandes did too well, he had a little different style from the day. Usually, the return of Eriksen is the last minute of the game, also shows a much more elegant and proven different level of the Danish player circuit. Those are the bright spots that you love. The most important thing about this game is to look at our position with the scores obtained and reinforce our position for the top 4 when leaving out the teams below. Man United doesn't have too much left in the Premier League right now, except for whatever the victory is, as long as we keep our distance until the end of the season. So, the story of people doesn't have to be me either. Harry Maguire is still used next to Nissan Tools and still playing well, even though he has to wear a lot of shots from the opponent. However, only one of that number hit the target, and obviously Everton is the team that needs to practice shooting more if they want to improve the poor situation. Old Trafford is still shielding Man United from victories in here and keeping the fans happy. Most importantly, because winning second in a row is a good sign, and then we will also fight at the Theatre of Dreams after a few more days. We hope to compete for trophies differently after Carabao. This is the style that brings love and should have at the match with the bottom door team. Overwhelming and attacking, consecutive attacks must be recognized that the Red Devil is being tested by so many factors. And they have also been beaten up several times in the past. You have seen it, hang on. Please shine. European rock is always fluctuating wildly, and the form is hard to say in advance. I like to try. These are footage of them after this match, like the ending to the video. You definitely still have a lot more to follow about Mandel, all in the near future.